मैंने उनको मैं बोल दिया, मैंने राघवा को बोल दिया, मैं बोल चुका हूँ, मैं 2 बार बोल चुका हूँ, वो चेक कर रहा है बस। ठीक है। ओके। Hi guys. Hi, am I audible? Am I audible, guys? Sorry for the delay. We were facing certain technical issue, and that's why we were not able to connect with you. So I can see a lot of doubts. Okay, let me just clear this once. Yeah, this is a complete DI section revision. This session will be for roughly around 1.5 hours. We'll stretch it to 9:40 since we're starting at 8:10. Session will be for. Sir, I want your guidance. I want to give this whole week to this exam. Of course, I'll attempt your mock. Tell you the impose. The most important topics are arithmetic and algebra. In quants, in verbal, your reading really matters a lot. If you're good at reading, you will definitely score good in the section. For quants and LR, you should just practice. For logical reasoning, it's just about reading the instructions and solving the sets. For quants, I'll definitely suggest you to focus more on arithmetic and algebra. They will be the game changers. The majority of the questions will be from the these two topics, which is arithmetic and algebra, as seen in the sample mock test as well. And try to be able to solve the DI sets. As seen in the sample mock paper, the DI sets were very doable. Those were not very difficult. So these three can be the scoring ones: the DI sets, arithmetic and algebra, which will definitely cover your roughly around 60 to 70% of the paper. So focus on these three. Okay. Yeah, we are just starting. Sorry for the delay, Yash. We were facing certain like technical issues. What is modern maths? Modern maths include your topics of permutation and combination, probability, and let's say certain this arithmetic progression, and all these topics comes under the modern maths only. Okay. So let's start the today's session. So today's session, as you can see, it is the revision of data interpretation on the topic of data interpretation. As I mentioned earlier, so basically, as seen in the sample mock which is released by IIMB few days back, so we can clearly see that data interpretation set is very much doable. It's not difficult, to be honest. So try to understand them. It's you just have to read the data. Data interpretation is not about anything rocket science or something like this. You just have to read the data, and there will be certain questions on which you have to answer the like you have to use the data and you have to answer the questions. So let's start. Before starting, I am hoping like a good number of people have joined the our WhatsApp channel. So I think we have roughly around 200 plus people who are on WhatsApp. Just a moment, guys. So we have roughly around 200 plus members on our IIMB UG preparation group. More than 200, I think. I'm not very sure like what is the current number, but we have good bunch of students who are preparing with us, who are constantly in touch with us, who are constantly watching the sessions from last. I think we started these sessions from October end, so from that time till now, they are very much connected with us. They are attending all the sessions. So till now, if you have joined today only, this is your first session, I'll definitely suggest you to join the WhatsApp channel. The link is in the description box. Then we have basically the upcoming live events. So yesterday we had the webinar. I am very much hoping that you might have attempted. You must have attended this live webinar. This was about like regarding the IIMB UG mock. So past that we had revision on algebra, which is again a very important topic. Algebra, inequalities, certainly all your algebra topics, quadratic equation, linear equations, we had revision on this. Before that we had revision on modern maths, which is your permutations and combinations and probability. Today we have revision on data interpretation, then we will having a revision on logical reasoning. So tomorrow we have revision on logical reasoning, again a very important topic. Good number of questions from this entire section, to be honest, and this is also something which you should focus a lot on. These are something, logical reasoning, data interpretation are the two types of questions, you can say, which is very much scoring. Then we have day after tomorrow we have arithmetic, and we have a session on VRC. So this is about the upcoming sessions. Then we have the free mocks. I am very much hoping that you might have given all the free mocks up till now. Also, if you have any doubt, you just ask on the chat box. So Yuki is asking, hi sir, how important is it? This is a very important topic. As I mentioned earlier, we saw the questions in the sample mock test, and as I mentioned earlier, that the data interpretations questions were very much doable. So I'll definitely suggest you to check the data interpretations question today, practice with us. Those questions are at par with the IIMB UG sample mock. Whatever IIMB UG has provided, we have taken a level above to what they have provided in their sample mock. But this is definitely, data interpretation is very much important. So there are 41 videos in arithmetic playlist in your YouTube. Yeah, you can go through all of them. I'll definitely suggest you to just go through all of them. You will learn a lot on arithmetic topics. So if you have we don't have enough time, just go through them quickly and solve the questions. You will gain a lot. Now regarding this mock test, we have already released 5 mock tests. So these 5 free mocks are already released from very long, and we are telling all the students to give these 5 free mocks. Now these 2 mocks, which is the mock number 6 and mock number 7, again these are available free of cost. These are available free of cost. They are free, but we'll release either by today or by tomorrow. Both these mocks will be released by today. But why this is important? Because this is completely based on the official sample paper, which is provided by IIMB UG. Based on official sample paper. So we don't want to compromise on the quality. We thought we'll release by today, but we don't want to compromise on any of the quality of the questions. Whatever we have been given in the IIMB UG sample paper, we're trying to replicate the entire difficulty level on our mocks as well. So this will be released by majorly either by today night or by tomorrow morning. By 12 you can definitely access them. So this is something which I'll urge you to give. IIMB UG, these 2 free mocks, these are directly based on the sample mock tests which are provided by the IIMB UG. Sorry, IIM Bangalore. So these 2 mock tests you should definitely give. These are on the basis of official sample paper which is provided by IIMB, and this is certainly, as mentioned earlier, this is made by the alumni of IIM A, B and C. So do give these mocks. Abhi, this will be released either by today night or tomorrow morning. Most probably by tomorrow morning this will be released, and from tomorrow onwards you can definitely attempt these mocks. Publish this, calculus step questions will be there in the basically in your exam. We have seen questions on limits and basically on continuous function, limits, functions in general. So yes, calculus will be there in the mock. Calculus was there in the mock, and there is a very high chances that calculus will be there in the main exam as well on Sunday. Okay guys, we have 31 people live, but there's just very few likes. I'll definitely ask you to like this channel so that it provides the reach, and it can reach to many of the students who are preparing for IIMB UG. It's high time, this is the last week to prepare for, and we really want, as our organization, we really want that all of the students prepare well and do good in the examination. So please like the stream and subscribe to our channel. Whatever new feed which is coming or any update which is coming from IIM Bangalore, we'll be the first one to update you about this. So do subscribe our channel. Yuki sir, please answer. I joined your channel very late. I'm a science student and struggling a bit with simple and compound interest are there live session uploaded? You can check the live sessions link. So basically you can just visit our channel and there will be definitely a live session on simple interest and compound interest. You can definitely watch them. We have discussed all the theory in that, and as well as we have discussed certain questions as well which are like very good questions. So I'll definitely suggest you to go and check the live sessions. There will be definitely a live session on simple interest and compound interest. It's a very important topic. You can definitely expect one question on simple interest and compound interest. So let's start today's session now. So firstly, I'll just do a quick revision on how do we read the charts. Basically, there are certain types of charts. Let me just write them down. So we have, first of all, this is line chart. So we have line chart. We have line chart. So this is one chart. Then we have bar chart. We have line chart, we have bar chart, we have radar chart. Firstly, let's discuss about the important one, which is pie chart. Then we have radar chart as well. And honestly, there are infinite number of charts. Like there is no end to it. There are many charts. But one thing which data interpretation wants you to do is basically you should understand how to read the chart. Let me just take the example of this line chart. These are important ones: line chart, bar chart, pie chart, or let's say like radar chart. These are the important ones. So try understanding them. So let's say if this is you want to find what is this value. You want to find what is this value. So how you will find this value is you have to just draw a horizontal line and vertical line on this point. So wherever the vertical line is cutting the x-axis is basically your x point. So it is discussing about the 2020, and this horizontal line is cutting at 80. It is cutting the y-axis as 80, and this gray line represents the number of whales. We can clearly say this is the wildlife population. This gray line is representing lanes. So this line, then this gray line, gray, gray, gray. This is representing whales. Now what this point is representing? This point is representing grey whales in 2020. Grey whales in 2020, and what is the number of grey whales in 2020? This is 80. So this is how you read a line chart. Now it won't be very clear or very on point. It can sometimes it really demands you to do some approximation as well. Let's take this value, which is this blue one. Let's see what is this saying. So if I draw a vertical line first of all, so this represents the data of 2022, and now this is the blue line. What is blue line saying? Blue line is representing the data of bears. So this blue line is representing the data of bears. So this point represents the data of bears in 2022 or number of bears in 2022. Now what is the number of bears in 2022? If I just draw a horizontal line on this thing, so this will be somewhere here. Now if you see, if you can do a little bit of approximation, first of all it is between 80 and 90. 80 and 100. So you can say it can be 90. It can be 90. But you can say this is crossing half. Like it is above half and below 100. So it is above 90 and below 100. So you can guess this can be certain a value which is between 93 to 95. So this can be 93 to 95. So sometimes you might have to do some approximations as well, to calculate the value of what exactly this point is conveying. You don't have to just in exams it is generally seen that the values are very appropriate and they don't really ask you to do the approximations. But if sometimes it is required that you have to do some approximation, be prepared for it. If you have any doubt, you can ask. There will be one entire set on data interpretations as per the official mock. I think there were 2 sets based on data interpretation in quantitative ability and data interpretation. So there were 6 to 8 questions of data interpretation and 22 to 24 questions of quants. I don't remember it correctly, but there were 6 to 8 questions on data interpretation. Okay, so let's move to the next diagram. which is a pie chart. Now again, very important one. You should know how to read the pie chart, and it's very easy. This pie, basically this thing, or you can say this area, represents silver. This is a pie chart which is saying like the favorite color cars of the favorite color cars, and this has certain parameters on it. Let's say silver car is liked by 64 people. So this represents, this particular area represents 64 cars. So this represents silver cars, and the silver cars are liked by 64 people. Now let's say this area, this one. So this says there are blue cars for 37 people, that is this number. For 37 people, blue is their favorite color of their cars. So like for 37 people, their favorite color car is blue. Similarly, there are 19 people which like green car, and there are 40 people which like red cars. So there are 40 people which like red cars. So it is very easy to read the pie chart as well. Similarly, certain times you are not given the exact number. Like you can see, we can directly say that 64 people like silver cars, or 37 people like blue cars, or 19 people like green cars, or 40 people like red cars. At times what will happen, they will just give you the percentages. Like 25% people like basketball, then 13% people like tennis, 20% people like soccer, 12% like chess, and 30% like cricket. So what you have to do in these kind of questions, you have to just assume, let's say the total number of people are 100x. Let's say the total number of people are 100x when the percentage values are given and there is no other value which is given. Let's say it is not given that the favorite games, this data represents for 1000 people. If like certain value is not given, or let's say if this data represents 500 people, if something like this is not given, what you have to do, you have to just assume that this is 100x. Let's say there are 100x people in the entire data set for which we are calculating the number of games. Now 25% like basketball, which means 25% of total number of people, which is 25% of 100x like basketball. So we can say 25x people. 25x people like basketball. Then we have cricket, which is liked by 30%. 30% people of the entire data set, which is 100x. So 30% of 100x is 30x. So cricket is liked by 30x people. Then we have tennis, which is liked by 13%. So we can say 13x people like tennis. Then soccer is liked by 20%. So we can say 20x people like soccer. And chess is liked by 12%. So we can say 12x people like chess. So this is how you read a pie chart. It's very easy to read. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Yeah, calculus is there. Yeah, I think these are the topics. Vectors, we don't know. We didn't see any questions on vectors. But as you mentioned, Yuki, these are the topics which are there in the IIMB UG mocks. Most of these topics are there in the IIMB UG mocks. In English, yes, reading comprehension, grammar, analogies were there. Yeah, roughly these all topics were there. Syllogisms, like anything can be asked if they mentioned it. Grammar. So the topics like preposition and conjunction, subject verb agreement, these all come under grammar. So you can expect a question on this. Logical reasoning, series, age, blood relations, directions, clocks, calendars, yeah, Venn diagrams, arrangement, deduction, inference, statement assumptions, conclusions, assertion and reasons. So statement assumption, yes, everything is possible. So statement assumption, conclusion and reasons, assertion and reasons, these all come under critical reasoning. Again, this is a part of logical reasoning as well. So you can definitely expect that questions can come from there. Permutation and combination questions are there. Like we are doing the revisions. I think we have done this Saturday. We did a permutation and combination as well as probability revision session. So you can watch that if you want to, or if you really want, we'll just conduct one more session on PNC and probability. If you're finding this topic hard, we'll definitely conduct a session for you. Yeah, Yuki, it is in our website. I'm referring to the sample mock test which has been arrived. So I'm trying to recall what all topics were there in the sample mock test. So in sample mock test, like as mentioned in the website, any topic can be coming from all the topics which are mentioned on website are coming from the IIMB UG official website. Now, if they are mentioned in there, if they are mentioned in their official website as well, you can expect the question on those topics in your mock test, in your exam as well. In sample mock test, there were certain topics on which like questions were not there. So let's move to the next one, which is bar graph. Again, a very important one. These three are the very important to understand. Like on data interpretation, the questions which come are on, let's say, pie chart. Then we have bar graph. Then we have line chart. And then we have tables. So these three are the charts. Basically, there will be certain chart which will be provided to you, and you have to read that chart, you have to interpret that data and answer the questions. This is this is again a very important one, which is tables. What will be there? A table will be provided to you, which is partially filled. It's not completely filled, and you have to answer the questions. Like you have to fill the table first using the conditions, and then you have to answer the questions. So let's study about the bar graph. So again, bar graph is nothing very like unique or certain like any difficulty to read this. You have to just draw a vertical line similar to what you did in the in your line chart. Again, when you draw the vertical line, so what this represents? So first of all, what does green represent? Green represents the mathematics marks obtained. Purple represents science marks obtained, and red represents English mark obtained. So this, if I draw this diagram, this represents my English marks. This represents my English marks. Now this purple line represents my science marks. This purple line represents my science marks, and this green line are representing my maths marks. So English, science, maths marks are given. Now I have to calculate what is the number of marks obtained by, let's say, Maya. I want to see what is the number of marks obtained by Maya in science. I want to see what is the number of marks obtained by Maya in science. Number of marks obtained by Maya in science. So what is science? Science is basically being represented by this purple line. So this represents the marks obtained by Maya in science. Now, what is the marks obtained by Maya in science? So this point, I have to draw a line. I have to draw a vertical line that is somewhere coming at 60. So I can say Maya's marks in science is 60. Maya's marks in science is 60. Let's say Neha's marks in English. Let's see Neha's marks in English. Neha's marks in English. English is represented by red line. So red bar is representing the English. Now Neha's marks in English is, again, if I draw this line, this will come out to be 60, somewhere approximately 60. So I can say Neha's marks in English is 60. So this is how you read like a bar chart. Let's say I want to check for Aru in maths. So Aru in maths is green. Aru in maths is this green. So if I draw this line, so this is crossing 100. So roughly around, you can say roughly in the range of 100 to 110. So this is the marks obtained by Aru in mathematics. So this is how you read the bar graph. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Or shall we move to the questions now? Hafsa, you can refer to CAT questions if you are done with your preparation. You can definitely refer to CAT questions, but the CAT questions maybe can be slightly difficult. Some of them can be slightly difficult for you. So I'll definitely say just attend the mocks. So whatever the mocks we are providing, the 5 free mocks as well as the 2 mocks which will be released by tomorrow, most probably by tomorrow. So give those mocks and like solve all the questions, understand the concept, like what concept is being used in those questions. So definitely you can do CAT questions, but only if you're completely prepared with your preparation, like you are done with all the topics and all the you know the basics of all the topics, then you can go and try the CAT questions as well. You can also try the IPMAT questions, IPMAT previous year questions you can try. So let's start with the topics. Let's start with the questions now. So this is the first set. Yeah, so this is the first set. 8 minutes are being given, I think. I'll just start the timer now. Yeah, 8 minutes are given. You have to read this set. Once you are done with this set, after let's say 3.5 minutes, I'll show you all the questions. Currently, question 1 and question 2 are visible. Yogi, we are uploading the solutions of all the video mock, all the video solutions for the mock questions. It will be available to you. For the sample mocks, it will be definitely be available to you. I hope it is clear for you. If it is not clear, I'll just read you the instructions once. In an election, 3 candidates, candidate A, candidate B, and candidate C contested for the election. In the election, some of the votes were invalid. So there were certain number of votes which were invalid. The following pie chart shows the distribution of the number of votes received by each candidate and the number of invalid votes. So the blue one represents the candidate A, the red one represents the candidate B, the green one candidate C, and invalid votes are represented by the purple area. I have read down the information to you. Just try doing the questions now. Okay guys, we have more number of people who are watching the session as compared to the number of likes. So I'll definitely request you to hit the like button. It provides us the motivation to keep continuing this live sessions and all this IIMB UG thing which is there. We are doing all this for free, and your one like is very motivating for us. So do hit the like button. I'm hoping by now you might be done by the first question. So let me just show you the second question is visible. I'll show you the third question as well. Yeah, so I hope most of you are done with the first one. So this is the second and third question. Try the second and third one, and then I'll show you the fourth one. Yeah, Aviral, Itansh, and Abir, you're done with the first and second one. Try the third one now. I think Yuki, there is a calculator for the exam. I think I'll just confirm and let you know. But yeah, there's a calculator. I'm not very sure about this. But for let's say exams like CAT and like there's a CAT exam, there's calculator available. Now there is no second attempt as of now for IIMB UG. It is only a single exam which they are conducting annually. I think up till now, whatever updates we have, they're conducting this exam annually. So I don't think so ki this exam will be conducted twice or thrice in a year. Up till now, there is no updates on this. I'm hoping you're done with the third question as well. I'll show you the fourth. Sorry, I'm hoping that you're done with the second question as well. So let me just show you the fourth one as well. So this is third and fourth question. Again, 8 minutes are given to this set because 2 minutes are there for every question. Like if we see precisely, this is a 2-hour exam and there are 60 questions. So it's precisely 2 minutes for each question. So we definitely want you to solve all the questions in under 2 minutes. Like each question you should definitely allot 2 minutes only. Last 1.5 minutes, not more, like over 1 minute, that's it. 1 minute and 10 seconds or more. I think there are 4 questions only. Yes, there are 4 questions. So question 3 and question 4. So time is up, guys. Okay. So I'll just give you like few more seconds. I can see not everyone has not answered it. Only Aviral, Itansh, Abhir, Ansari, Pehlaj. So it is clearly given in the question, Pehlaj, that there are 3 candidates: candidate A, candidate B, candidate C. Now you should be aware like which candidate is winning and which candidate is losing. The candidate who is getting the maximum number of votes is winning, and candidate who got the least number of votes is losing. So you don't have to take both the losing candidate, you have to see which one is the losing candidate, because second and third candidate have a difference in number of votes which they have got. Okay. Overall, we'll definitely work on rank predictor if like whenever they will be giving after the exam, we'll see the like the response sheets will be given as well. So we'll like take the response sheets from all the like majority of the students, whoever will come to upload the response sheets. So we'll take the response sheets and we'll give you a rough approximation of what rank you can get in IIMB UG exam. So we will definitely work on it. Let's discuss this question now. This is an easy one. It's not a very difficult one, as you might have feel this as well. Again, as mentioned earlier, data interpretations questions are not difficult. They are very easy. You just have to read certain data which is given in the form of either chart or table, and you have to answer the question. So let's see this one. It is given that in an election, 3 candidates, candidate A, candidate B, and candidate C. So there are 3 candidates contested for the election. In the election, some of the votes were invalid. So there were a certain number of votes which were invalid. The following pie chart shows the distribution of the number of votes received by each candidate. So total number of votes received, like the distribution of the number of votes received by each candidate and the number of invalid votes as well. So you can see in this diagram, the blue one, so this blue one represents the candidate A. So candidate A received 30% votes. Then red one represents candidate B. So candidate B represents 25% votes. And green one represents candidate C, and candidate C received 40% votes. So this is candidate C, and he received 40% votes. And there were 5% votes which were invalid votes. So this 5% votes were invalid votes. So what, as I mentioned earlier in the first slide, what you have to do when there is no certain value which is given to it, you are not provided that what is the total number of votes which are casted in the election. So what you have to do when this certain thing, like with certain number is not given, you have to assume it as 100x. So 100x be the total number of votes. 100x be the total number of votes. So I've assumed that 100x is the total number of votes. That is given candidate A received 30% votes. So I'll write candidate A received 30% of votes. What does this mean? That is, out of the total number of votes, which is 100x, 30% were given to candidate A. So 30% of 100x is 30x. So candidate A received 30x votes. Candidate A received 30x votes. Now what about candidate B? Candidate B received 25% votes. Candidate B received 25% votes. So I'll write candidate B received 25% votes. What is 25% of total number of votes? 25% of total number of votes is 25x. So 25% of 100x is 25x. Now candidate C received 40% of the votes. So candidate C, this is my candidate C, and he received 40% of the votes. So 40% of the total number of votes. What is total number of votes? 100x. 40% of 100x is 40x. So 40x is the number of votes received by candidate C. Now what is the total number of invalid votes? We can clearly see the total number of invalid votes is 5%. So 5% of the votes were invalid. So I can write invalid votes is equals to 5% of 100x is 5x. Now if you sum this entire number up, like 30x plus 25x plus 40x plus 5x, this will be coming as 100x. So this means that we have considered all the votes, like whatever the total number of votes were there, we have considered all of them. A received 30x votes, B received 25x votes, C received 40x votes, and there were 5x votes which were invalid votes. So now we have like all the instructions which are given in the question, we have noted down roughly. Now we'll see the question and we'll answer the questions accordingly. So let me just bring it here. Okay. So what is the first question is saying? First question is saying if the invalid votes, like the votes which are not valid, polled were 14,000. So there were 14,000 votes which were invalid vote. Then find the total votes polled. It is given invalid votes were 14,000. So this 5x is given as 14,000. This 5x is given as 14,000. It is asking for the total votes polled. So what is the total number of votes? Total number of bits is 100x. So he has provided me the value of 5x, which is 14,000, and it is asking for 100x. So if 5x is 14,000, so this 5x is equals to 14,000. I can say x is equals to 14,000 divided by 5. So 14,000 divided by 5 is 2800. 14,000 divided by 5 is 2800. Now, what is the total number of votes? Total number of votes is 100x. Total number of votes is 100x. So 100x will be, if x is 2800, 100x will be 2,80,000. If x is 2800, 100x will be 2,80,000, and therefore the total number of votes for this particular question. Be clear with this. For this particular question, the total number of votes is 2,80,000, and therefore option A will be the correct answer. Now let's look at the question number 2. The question 2 is saying, let me just remove this. Question number 2 is saying, if the difference between the votes obtained by candidate A and candidate B is 16,000, how many votes did the candidate C get? So difference between these two values, candidate A got 30x, candidate B got 25x votes, 30x and 25x votes. So difference between the number of votes obtained by candidate A and candidate B is 16,000. So I can say 30x minus 25x, which is equal to 5x. These are the votes which are, this is the difference between the votes received by candidate A and candidate B. This is the difference between the votes received by candidate A and candidate B. Now it is given that this 5x value is equal to 16,000. The difference between the votes obtained by A and B is 16,000. So 5x is equal to 16,000. It is asking for how many votes did the candidate C get. So it is asking for the value of 40x. It is asking for the value of 40x. So if 5x is equal to 16,000, x will be equal to 3200. And when x is 3200, 40x will be, so 3200 into 40 will be roughly around 1,28,000. This will be equal to 1,28,000. You can directly get from here as well. Like if you know the value of 5x as 16,000, you can multiply both sides by 8. So 5x multiplied by 8 is 40x, and 16,000 multiplied by x will be 1,28,000. So 40x will come as 1,28,000. So the number of votes received by candidate C is 1,28,000, and therefore option A is the correct answer. Let's look at the third one now. So third question is saying that if the number of votes obtained by the winning candidate is 30,000 more than that of losing candidate, then the total number of votes polled is. So which one is the winning candidate among these three? There were three candidates in an election. Which one is the winning candidate? So definitely candidate C is the winning one, because he got the maximum number of votes. Candidate C is the winning candidate. Candidate C is the winning candidate, and candidate B received the least number of votes, which is 25x. So candidate B is the losing candidate. So candidate C is winning one and candidate B is losing candidate. So it is given that the winning candidate is number of votes obtained by winning candidate. So number of votes obtained by winning candidate is 40x. Number of votes obtained by winning candidate is 40x, is 30,000 more than that of losing candidate. So what is the losing candidate number of votes? It is 25x. So 40x is equals to 25x plus 30,000. Plus 30,000. So 15x is equals to 30,000. So x is equals to 2,000. X is equals to 2,000. Now it is asking for what is the total number of votes polled. So again he is asking for 100x value. So if x is 2,000, 100x will be 2 lakh. 100x will be 2 lakhs. So the correct answer for this question will be option B. Now let's look at the fourth question. Fourth question is saying if the total invalid votes were 14,000, then what was the difference between the number of votes obtained by candidate A and candidate B? Total invalid votes is what? 5x. So it is given that the 5x value is equals to 14,000. The 5x value is equals to the 14,000. Then what was the difference between the number of votes obtained by candidate A and candidate B? So number of votes received by candidate A is 30x, and number of votes received by candidate B is 25x. So what is the difference between the number of votes received by candidate A and candidate B? It is 5x only. So 30x minus 25x is 5x. So 5x is the difference. So difference is equals to 5x between the number of votes of candidate A and candidate B. And we know the value of 5x is 14,000. So I can say difference between the number of votes of candidate A and candidate B will be 14,000 votes, and therefore option C will be the correct answer. So these are the correct answers for the question. We have first question as 2,80,000, second as option A 128, B 2 lakh, and C which is 14,000. You have any doubts in this one, you can ask. Please show the options of second question. Okay. So AABC is correct. Sarthi has marked AAEC. So for the third question, Sarthi has marked null. Why null? Null is not possible. We can easily calculate the number of votes for everyone. Most of you guys have marked the correct one, AABC, which is the correct answer, correct order. Would you do third one once again? Okay. The third question. Third question is saying if the number of votes obtained by the winning candidate is 30,000 more than that of losing candidate, then the total number of votes polled is. So it is given. Who is the winning candidate? You should be able to find out. Candidate C is the winning candidate because he is getting 40x votes, and candidate A is the losing candidate. Candidate B. Candidate A and candidate B. So candidate B is the losing one. Candidate C is the winning candidate because he got 40x votes, and candidate B is the losing one because he is getting 25x votes. Now it is given that the difference between the number of votes obtained by winning candidate. So number of votes obtained by winning candidate is 40x. Just read the question and write the equations. Number of votes received by the winning candidate is 40x. So 40x is 30,000 more is equals to, this is 30,000 more, which means 30,000 plus certain value. 30,000 more means 30,000 plus more than that of the number of votes received by the losing candidate. So number of votes received by losing candidate is 25x. So 30,000 plus 25x. Read the question, whatever is given in the question, and write the equation. Number of votes received by winning candidate is 30,000 more than that of losing candidate. So 40x is equals to 30,000 plus 25x. I'll bet 25x to the left hand side. So this will be 15x is equals to 30,000, and x is equals to 2,000. X is equals to 2,000. It is asking about the total number of votes polled. Total number of votes polled is 100x. I have assumed initially that the total number of votes polled is 100x. Now if my value of x is 2,000, 100x will be 2 more zeros will be put at the end. So this will be equal to 2,000 into 100 is 2 lakh, and therefore option B is the correct answer. Sir, why not A? Both B and A are losing. Okay, this point is correct as well. So it should be a correction that more than that of a losing candidate. Okay. So this should be something like more than that of the candidate, which, okay, this point is correct, to be honest. Who pointed this out? Yuki, your point is very much correct, because yes, both A and B are losing. We might have missed it, but it is discussing about that of losing candidate, so you can just replace it with the candidate who received the least number of votes. We are very sorry that we were not able to figure this out, like it is a error from our side, but it is discussing about the number, like more than that of the candidate which received the least number of votes. Instead of losing candidate, you can write least number of votes. We didn't like focus here that both A and B are losing. So this is the error from our side. We'll definitely fix this up. So can we move to the next question? So I'm just putting the next question now. I'm starting the timer again. 8 minutes are given. I just want you to read these instructions quickly because there are more information which is given at the end. So just read these instructions quickly. I'll give you 30 seconds for read this part. Just quickly read this one, and then I'll just, because this is just the information. Okay, I'm hoping you have read this. I'll just read it to you. The following table contains the partial details of the marks secured by 5 students. So these are the 5 students: Aman, Ayush, Anil, Akhil, and Amit, secured by the 5 students in their class 10th board exam. Some of the values has been intentionally left blank. It is known that the overall percentage secured by any student is the average of his marks in all the 5 subjects. So this is the average. So this is the average. Now let me just show you the table and instructions. So if this is, yeah, this is completely visible now. I think there are 5 instructions. Yes. Okay, now solve this. Just solve this correctly, try to solve it correctly. I'll give you extra time for this if you need this. Again, stack bar graph is not something which is very different. Do we have stack bar graph? Yeah, on the next, I think the next one is basically the cumulative set. So it is a stack bar graph, stack bar graph only. So you can study, but it is not something which is very unique to it. Like, you know, it is not something that you cannot understand. Again, it is a figure which you have to interpret, like what exactly is given in the figure, and answer it accordingly. Good point by Ansari as well. I think in the previous question, it was mentioned the losing candidate and not candidate. So you might have to like understand. You have to understand it from your end that it was the losing candidate was basically candidate B, I think, who was receiving the least number of votes. I think 3 questions are very easily visible. So just try to solve these first 3 questions, and then I'll show you the 4th and 5th question. The overall represents the average of all the 5 subjects as mentioned in the instructions, which is not visible. I have like scrolled it down. Yeah, third statement is correct. Akhil secured 15 marks more than Amit in all subjects taken together. All subjects taken together. And that overall represents the average score. So this represents the average score. This is not basically your entire sum. Sum of these, the average of all the individual subjects is average of all the subjects is basically your overall score. So the third condition is very much correct. You have to read it again and understand what exactly does it mean. Is anyone done with the first 3 questions? First, second, and third question, so I can show you the 4th and 5th one. I know this is a time-taking set, so I'll definitely give you 1.5 minutes more for this. But I definitely want that you solve the first 3 questions in 8 minutes. I won't give you more than that. Yeah, Tansh, I'll give you 1 more minute for this one. I know this is a difficult one. You have to fill the table. You have to basically get all the values. So this will take time. But in the first 8 minutes, I'm definitely expecting that you do all the first 3 questions. The overall represents the average score. I'm repeating this again and again because third is a little confusing. You can get confused. You have to read the third very carefully in all subjects taken together. It's not just the average. It's not about single subject. It's about all subjects taken together. Yeah, Yuki, question is easy but time taken. You have to first fill the table and then you have to answer the questions. It won't take much time to answer the questions except the second question, and I think there is one more question where you have to do certain calculations. But otherwise, it's a very the questions are very straightforward, but you have to fill the values. This will take time. And again, this is something which we saw in IIMB UG sample mock, that the questions were not very difficult, but it was taking time to basically fill the values and get the answer, like using all the information which is being provided and get all the values. Okay guys, I'm expecting, so like time is up. I'm expecting that you are done with the first and second question at least. I'm showing you the third, fourth and fifth one now. I'm expecting you are done with first and second. So these are the third, fourth and fifth question. I'll definitely give you 1.5 minute more. This is a good set, I think. This is taking time and you have to get all the values. You can see certain values which are not there in the table. So you have to first fill all the values and then answer the question. So if you're not able to do this, don't demotivate yourself. It's a good set, to be honest. Again guys, the number of likes is less than the number of people who are watching us live. I'll definitely request you to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. Your like button, your like gives us the motivation that like to continue this work. We are providing everything for this IIMB UG exam to you for free, of course. There's nothing charges, even the mocks or let's say WhatsApp, because let's say the WhatsApp channel or the number of mocks or whatever mocks, sample test or whatever updates we are getting from IIMB UG, we are just doing this free of like we're not taking anything. We just want you to do well in the exam. So we just deserve one like for this. Okay, so I'm expecting that these 5 questions are done. Can I start the explanation now? Ansari, I have to check. 5 is D. I think, yeah, 5 is D. 5 is 90 if I remember correctly. 5 is 590. How many marks did Aman get in science? Aman 90, 80, 80, 70, 160, 250, 425, 254, 175, 2x plus 5, 175. That's 260, 250 and 425. Yeah, you are correct. Yes. X is 85. So Hindi is 85 and science is 90. Yes, you are correct. Fifth is D. Okay, so I'll start the explanation now. I'm expecting that you have done it. If you're not done, just do with me. So again, we are given the instructions. We'll read out the instructions and we'll solve the questions. So it is given that the following table contains the partial details of the marks secured by the 5 students in their class 10th board exam. So these are the marks. This table represents the mark secured by the students in their board exams in class 10. So English, Hindi, Maths, Science and Social Science. So these 5 subjects. They have these are the 5 subjects which are there in the board exams, and then marks are also given for Aman, Ayush, Anil, Akhil and Amit. Now some of the values have been intentionally left blank. It is known that the overall percentage secured by any student, so overall percentage secured by any student, as I mentioned, is the average of his marks in all 5 given subjects. So this overall, let me take the red pen. This overall represents the average marks received by a particular student in all 5 subjects. So average of all 5 subjects is being represented by overall. So Aman received overall 85 marks, Ayush 80, Anil 89, we don't know about Akhil, and Amit received 89.2 marks. So this is the initial conditions. Now this is that first table. Now we'll read the instructions and we'll fill the table accordingly. It is given that Aman's first condition, the first condition says Aman scored 5 marks more in science than in Hindi. So where is Aman? Aman is our first candidate. So Aman scored 5 marks more in science than in Hindi. So if I assume that the marks scored by Aman in Hindi is X, let's say the marks scored by Aman in Hindi is X, Aman scored 5 marks more in science than in Hindi. So the marks scored by Aman in science will be X plus 5. Marks scored by Aman in science will be X plus 5. So we know the value 80, X, 90, X plus 5 and 80, and the average is 85. So let me just solve this for Aman. So this 85 is basically the overall average. 85, this value represents the overall average. So what I'll do, I'll just solve this for Aman. I know marks scored by Aman is, for Aman, marks scored by Aman in English is 80. So 80 plus marks scored by Aman in Hindi is X. So 80 plus X plus 90, which is maths marks. Then science he scored X plus 5, so plus X plus 5. And in social science he scored 80 marks, so plus 80. Divide by 5. So this is the sum of total marks. So sum of total marks, and if I divide by 5, it's basically I am taking the average of the scores of all 5 subjects. Now average of scores of all 5 subjects is given as 85 for Aman. For Aman it is given as 85. So what I'll do, 80 plus X plus 90 plus X plus 5 plus 80 divided by 5 is equal to this average or this percentage he scored in class 10 board exam is 85. So I'll equate this to 85. Now what I'll do, I'll take this 5 to the right hand side. So this will become 80 plus 90, which is 170. 170 plus 5 is 175, and 175 plus 80 is 255. So I can write 255 plus 2x. There are 2x, so 1x and another x. So 255 plus 2x is equals to 85 into 5. Now 85 into 5 will be 425, which is half of 850. So this is 425. Now I'll take 255 to the right hand side. So 2x will be 425 minus 255. So 425 minus 255 is 170, and x is equals to 85. So I received the value for x. X comes out to be 85. So I'll replace it here, which means x is 85 and x plus 5 will be 90. So the marks scored by Aman in Hindi will be 85. So this will be 85 and this will be 90. So marks scored by Aman in Hindi is 85 and marks scored by Aman in science is 90. So this is for Aman. Now let's calculate for, let's read the second instruction. Second instruction is saying the average marks scored in maths was 86.8. So the average marks scored in maths was 86.8. So this is the average marks. And in English it was 89.4. So in English this one is 89.4. This 86.8 and 89.4 are basically your average. So what I'll do, I'll consider this value as y. The marks scored by Ayush in maths will be y and Ayush in English is z. Let's assume the marks scored by Ayush in maths is y and Ayush in English is z. Now the average of these values is equals to 86.8. The average score in maths is 86.8. So average of 90, y 80, 95 and 99 is 86.8. So I'll write 90 plus y plus 80 plus 95 plus 99 divide by 5 is equals to 86.8. So 90 plus 80 is 170, 170 plus 95 is 265 and 265 plus 99 is 364. So I can write 364 plus y. This 5 will go to the right hand side, so this will become 86 in 86.8 multiplied by 5 is 434. So 364, the calculator will be provided in the examination. So if you are not able to do, you can use the calculator. So 364 plus y will be equal to 434. And I can say, if I take 364 that side, so y will be equal to 70. Y will be equal to 70. Similarly, for the average of the scores in English is 89.4. The average of scores in English is 89.4. So what I'll do, again the same thing, 80 plus z plus 90 plus 90 plus 92. So plus 90 and plus 92 divide by 5 is equals to, average is 89.4. So this is equal to 89.4. Now again 80 plus 90 is 170, 170 plus 90 is 260 and 260 plus 92 is 352. So 352 plus z is equals to 89.4 multiplied by 5 is 447. So this is equal to 447, and if I take 352 on the right hand side, so this will become z equal to 447 minus 352. So z will be equal to 95. Z will be equal to 95. So I have used the second condition as well. So this is my second condition. Now I'll substitute the values of y and z. So y is 70, so I'll replace y with 70. So this is 70, and z comes out to be 95. So this is 95. Now for Ayush, you can see I know his marks in English, in Hindi I know his marks, in maths I know his marks, in science I know his marks, and I know his overall average marks as well. So what I'll do, so I'll just use this information again. If I take this value, the marks scored by Ayush in social sciences A. The marks scored by Ayush in social sciences A. Okay, Hitansh, I'll go a little faster now if you want. So marks scored by social sciences A. So 95 plus 90. So again 95 plus 90 plus 70 plus 65 plus A will divide by 5 plus A divide by 5. So this is the average score by Ayush, and this is equal to 80. So 95 plus 90, 185, 185, 70, 255, 255 and 65, 320. So 320 plus A will be equal to 80 into 5, which is 400. So A comes out to be 80. A comes out to be 80. So I'll replace this value with 80. Now let's read the third condition. We have used the second condition and we have got certain values in the table. Now third condition says Akhil secured 15 marks more than Amit in all subjects taken together. When all subjects taken together. So, and he scored more than 15 than Amit. So what is the marks scored by Amit? Amit scored 89.2 percentage. Now if I see what is the total score, total marks which he got. So 89.2 multiplied by 5. If I multiply this value by 5, I'll get the total marks which is scored by Amit when taken together. Like all the subjects when taken together is the marks scored by Amit, and this will be 89.2 multiplied by 5. So if I multiply by 5 this number, so 89.2 into 5 will be, this will be 89, 445, 446. This is 446. This is the total marks which Amit has scored. Now it is given that Akhil secured 15 marks more than Amit in all subjects taken together. So Akhil scored 15 marks more. So this value, the total marks scored by Akhil will be 446 plus 15, which is 461. This is the total marks, not the average marks. We are discussing about the average marks. It is clearly given in all subjects taken together. All subjects taken together. So this is 446 and he scored 15 marks more than Amit when all subjects taken together. So this is 446 and this is 461. We are done with the third condition now. Let's read the fourth one. Fourth is saying that Amit scored 5 marks more in Hindi than Akhil, who secured the same marks as Anil. Okay. Amit scored 5 marks more in Hindi means Amit scored 5 marks more in Hindi than Akhil. So Amit, if I say this is X, Akhil is X, so Amit scored 5 marks more. So X plus 5. If Akhil scored X marks, Amit scored 5 marks more in Hindi than Akhil. So Amit must have scored X plus 5 more than Akhil, who secured the same marks as Anil. So Akhil and Anil secured the same marks in Hindi. So this will be X as well. This value will be X as well. Amit scored 5 marks more than Akhil, and who scored the same marks as Anil? Amit scored 5 marks more than Akhil and Anil scored the same. So X, and X plus 5. Now we are done with the fourth condition as well. Let's read the fifth one. Fifth is saying that Amit had scored 4 marks less in science than Hindi. So Amit had scored 4 marks less in science. So if this is X plus 5, Amit had scored 4 marks less than Hindi in science. So this will be X plus 1. This will be X plus 1. Again, if I consider Amit now, let me consider Amit now. So I can say 92 plus X plus 5, which is his marks in Hindi, plus 99 plus his marks in science, which is X plus 1, plus 69. This total should be equal to 446, which we have calculated. This total should be equal to 446, which is the total marks in all subjects taken together. So this should be equal to 446. You can do the same thing as well. You can take the average, divide by 5, and you can equate it to 89.2 as well, which is his average score. But since I have already calculated his total subject taken together, so I am directly equating with the 446. So 92 plus 5 is 97, 97 plus 99 is 196, 196 plus 1 is 197, and 197 plus 69 is 197 plus 69, 92, 99, 191, 196, 197 plus 69 is 266. So this is 266, and there are two x's now, 1x and 1x. So 266 plus 2x is equal to 446. So if I take 266 on that side, on the right hand side, this will come as 2x is equals to 180, or I can write x is equals to 180, x is equals to 90. 2x equal to 180 or x is equals to 90. Now this x equal to 90, I'll substitute the values here. So if x is 90, this will become 91. This was x plus 1, so this will become 91. This x plus 5 will become 95. 90 plus 5 is 95. And this x, these two values will become 90. So these three values will become 90, 90 and 95. 90, 90 and 95. Now let's consider Anil now. Anil, it is given that if I consider this value as A and this value as B now, so I can say 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 80 plus A plus 95 divide by 5 should be equal to 89, as used in the condition 1 and condition 2. Now 90 is 180, 180 is 260, 260 plus 95 is 355. So 355 plus A will be 89 into 5 is 445. So the value of A will be 90. Value of A will be 90, so this will come as 90. Now I'll use for Akhil as well. I'll use for Akhil as well. Same formula we'll use. So 90 plus 90 plus 95 plus B plus 89 is 461. Using the condition 3, he scored 15 marks more than Amit. So this would be equal to 461. So 90 plus 90 plus 95 plus B plus 89. This should be equal to 461. So 90 is 180, 180 plus 95 is 275, 275 plus 89 is 364, 364 plus B. So 364 plus B is 461, and therefore B I can write as 97. B comes out as 97. So A is 90 and B is 97. I'll substitute these values. A is 90 and B is 97. So my entire table is filled now, and now I can answer all the questions. So I'll just remove this one and let me just see first, second, third, fourth and fifth question. I have my entire table ready. Do you have any doubt in this one? Okay, so we don't have any doubt up till now. So first question is saying, what is Akhil's score in science? Where is Akhil? Akhil is here, and his score in science is this one, which is 97, and therefore option C is the correct answer for the first question. Akhil's score in science. And as I said, the questions are not very difficult when you get the entire value, when you get the entire table. What is the average score in social sciences? Okay, this is a trickier one. It is asking for the average score in social sciences. You can very easily calculate this. 80 plus 80 plus 95 plus 89 plus 69 divided by 5. So I can write 80 plus 80 plus 95 plus 89 plus 69 divided by 5 will be the average score in social science. So 80 is 160, 160 and 95 is 255, 255 89 is 344, 344 plus 69 is 413. So 413 divided by 5 will be 82.6. So option D is the correct answer. So for second question, option D is the correct answer. You can use the calculator if you want. If you're not very good with the calculations, you can definitely use the calculator. How many marks did Ayush get in maths? Again, where is Ayush? Ayush is here. And where is maths? So Ayush get in maths is 70 marks. So how many marks did Ayush get in maths? Option B, 70 is the correct answer. What is the average score in Hindi? Again, the same formula which we used. So 85 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 95 divided by 5. So sum of all these subjects, all these marks divided by 5 will be my average marks in Hindi. So 85 plus 90 is 175, 175 plus 90 is 265, plus 90 is 355, plus 95 is 450. So sum of all these subjects, this 85, this entire column, sum of this column is 450, and 450 divided by 5 is 90. So I can say what is the average score in Hindi? Average score in Hindi is option A, which is 90, which is the correct answer. Now it says, how many marks did Aman get in science? Where is Aman? Aman is here. And Aman in science, average marks is, the marks in science is 90. So option D, 90 is the correct answer. Do you have any doubt in this one? Or shall we move to the next one? We have to go quickly, guys. I think if we want to do the next one, we have to be very quick. So just let me know quickly, like you understood this one, or do you have any doubts in this one? Can I go for the next set? Okay. So this is the last set for today. I'm extending the class for 10 minutes because I started 10 minutes late. I'll start the timer now. Firstly, I want you to read these instructions quickly. This has only 3 questions and I want you to solve in 8 minutes. Also, I'm telling you the important things which you should you should be aware of. It is given as cumulative number of books sold. So be very aware like what is given in the graph. I'll start the timing now. So again, 8 minutes are there. Read these instructions first, and I'll then basically scroll it down and show you both the diagrams. There are 2 diagrams in this one. Let me know if the values are not like clearly visible. So the following charts give detail about the cumulative number of books sold. Cumulative number of books sold by a shop from January to October. Cumulative is taking all together from the first month till the let's say April till May month. This represents the sum of all the number of books sold from January to May. And the selling price of the book is given in the other diagram, which will be like seen when I scroll down. The shop sold only one type of book, so they're giving only one type of book during the given period, and there are no other sources of revenue. So you have to just consider the data which is given in these two diagrams. So let me just show you the other diagram as well. So this is the cumulative number of books sold, and this is the selling price. If it is clear, cumulative number of books sold and selling. This is cumulative number of books sold. And if the values are not clear, let me know if the values are not clear. Okay, values are not clear. So this Jan is 30. I'll write it out down here fastly. Jan is 30. Feb is, so this is 50. This is a scale with, so this y-axis has a scale of 50 units. So this is 50, this is 100, this is 150, this is 200, 250, 300, 350 and 400. Let me just write the values here. This Feb is 70. This Feb is 70. March is 90. March is 90. April is 130. April is 130. So 30, 70, 90, 130. Then this May is 190. This May is 190. June is 220. July is 275. July is 275. August is 300. September is 340. And October is 360. So I hope these values are now clearly visible to you, but these are the cumulative number of books sold. For the selling price chart as well, the least is 20 and the highest is 38. You can just calculate the values using this. The least one is 20. Let me just see whether I'm able to see this or not. I think you can figure it out. For selling price, you can figure it out. You can just zoom in a little bit. As I mentioned earlier, I think this is clearly, is this visible? Shift this up a little bit. Yeah, I think it's clearly visible now. It should be clearly visible now. Again, this is 20. The minimum value is 20 here, and the maximum value is 38. So this is 38, and this is 20. Now try to solve again, and the scale is 2 units. So 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38. I'll give you some extra time for this as well. I'll give you 2 more minutes. I'm hoping the values are clear to you. 20 and 38, yes. Just let me know if the values are not clear. I'll write it for the selling price as well. I'll write it down. Okay, Abhir, user Balaguru, Arush, Bhavna, Itan, just let me know whether the selling prices are clear or not. Whether you are able to interpret what can be the selling prices. Okay, well, not clear. So I'll write this down. Okay, so I'll just solve it for you. So should I just start solving? Or you want to give, if it is not clear, I think it is very much like I should solve this question if it is not clear to you. Okay, user has said I should solve this. I need few more people who said that clear sir, yes sir. So Abir, you want to try it? Okay, I'll just give 2 more minutes and this 2 more minutes and I'll give 1 more minute extra. Let me just give the values here. This is 23. This is 23. This is 37. This is again 23. Then April is 28. Then May is 20. June is 31. July is 25. August is 33. September is 32. And October is 20. So now try this. I'll give you 2 more minutes extra. Don't worry about this. Okay, so many are saying I should start solving. Okay, I'm sorry, I have to start solving. Even the time is running out for this. So at the end of this time, I'll just start solving the question. You can just do it with me. Again, this is a good question. This, as I mentioned earlier, this is cumulative books sold. So what is cumulative books sold? It is books sold up till that particular period. Okay, Itansh is saying 1A and 2D. Do you want to see the third question as well? 1A and 2D, I think it is correct. We'll just see. 1A, 2D. Okay, just solve the third one as well, Itansh. Let's wait for 30 more seconds and then we'll start solving this set. There are 3 questions only. Good, Ansari. I think 1A and 2D is correct. I'll just wait for a few more seconds and I'll then start explaining this question. Okay, 3 is B. 3 is B. I think 3 is D. It was Feb, March. Okay, let's see if 3 is B or 3 is D. 3 is D. Okay, yeah. I think 3 is D. So let's solve this one and then we'll discuss the answer to this questions. Let me just read this question once. The following chart gives details about the cumulative numbers of books sold. What is the cumulative numbers of books sold? Let's say up till June, the total number of books sold is 220. This 220 is not the number of books sold in the month of June. This is the total number of books sold up till the month of June. This is 220. Now, it is given from January to October, and the selling price, and the second diagram shows the selling price of the book for each of these. The book shop sold only one type of book during the given period, and there are no other sources of revenue. So it is getting the money, it is making money from this only. So let's draw the diagram once. What I'll do, for each month, I'll see what is the total number of books sold. What is the number of books sold in each particular month, and what is the selling price of each book. So, okay, so this is month. This is books sold in that particular month. Books sold books sold in that month. Books sold in that month. And then, okay, I need some space for revenue as well. Books sold in that month. Then we have selling price, and then we have revenue. So we have to calculate the revenue as well, because it is discussing for the revenue, and even the questions are on revenue. Now let me just draw 10 entries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay. So let's go one by one. Let's take for the month of January. So for January, what is the total number of books sold? Up till January, the total number of books sold is 30. This is the cumulative number of books sold. And since the diagram is starting from January, we have to assume that the number of books sold in the month of January is 30. Number of books sold in the month of January is 30. Now let me see the selling price for the month of January. What is the selling price of each book in the month of January? So in the month of January, the selling price of each book, it is clearly given that the books selling price of the book for each of these. So it is giving the selling price for each of the book. The second diagram, this is the line chart. So this line chart is giving the selling price for each book. Now this is for January, it is 23. So this is 23. Now let's take February now. February, the cumulative number of books sold is 70. So what does this mean? The total number of books sold up till the month of February is 70. The total number of books sold up till the month of Feb is 70. Now the number of books sold in the month of January is 30. And up till Feb, there are 70 books which have been sold. So up till January there was 30, and up till Feb there are 70 books. So this definitely means that in the month of February there should be 40 books which should have been sold. 40 books should have been sold in the month of February, because then only up till Jan and up till February you will have 70 books sold. The cumulative number of books sold up till February will be 70, only when the number of books sold in Feb will be 40. So this is 30, this is 40, and what is the selling price of the book? Selling price of the book is 37. So this is selling price is 37. So let me just write the revenue as well. 30 for the month of January, 30 is the number of books sold, and 23 is the selling price. So the revenue will be 23 into 30. 30 multiplied by 23. Number of books multiplied by selling price of each book. So this will be equal to 690. Then for February, number of books multiplied by the selling price of each book, this will be 1480. 1480. Now for March, the total number of books sold up till March, the total number of books sold is 90. Now up till February, the total number of books sold was 70. Up till March, the total number of books sold is 90. This means that the number of books sold, particularly in the month of March, will be 20. In the month of March, particularly, it will be 20. So basically, if you want to find out the number of books sold in a particular month, you have to take the difference of that month as well as the preceding month. For the particular number of books, sold in a particular month, you have to take the total number of books sold in up till that month, and the total number of books sold up till the previous month. So 90 minus 70 is 20. So the number of books sold in March will be 20. What is the price? Price in March is 23. So 20 into 23, again this is equal to 20 into 23 is 460. Number of books multiplied by the selling price of each book. Now let's say for April. Again, what is the number of books sold up till the month of April? We have to take the difference of these two values. Up till the month of April minus up till the month of March, which makes sense as well, because I am saying that up till the month of March there were 90 books sold, and up till the month of April, that by the end of April there were 130 books sold. So which means that the number of books sold in the month of April will be 40. So this April APR will be 40, and what is the price? Price is 28. For April it is 28. So 40 into 28, this will be 1120. Jan, Feb, March, April. Okay. Now for May, Up till May, the total number of books sold is 190, and up till April it was 130. Definitely in the month of May there should be 60 books which must have been sold. There must have been 60 books which are sold. And what is the price of month in May? The price is 20. So this is 20, and again 60 into 20 is what? 1200. 60 into 20 is 1200. Now for the month of June. June is 220, and up till May it is 190. Up till June 220, up till May 190. So for June it will be 30. For June it will be 30. The number of books sold in the month of June is 30. And what is the price? Price is 31. In the month of June the price is 31. So 30 into 31, this will be 930. Now up till July, number of books sold is 275, and up till June it was 220. So in the month of July, the number of books sold will be 55. Number of books sold will be 55 because up till June 220 and up till July 275. So number of books sold will be 55. What is the price? Price is 25. So 55 into 25 will be 55 to 110 and 275. So 1375. So this will be 1375. Now let's say for August, up till August 300 and up till July 275. So in the month of August, definitely 25 books must have been sold. Particularly in the month of August, 25 books must have been sold. So this up till July it is 275, up till August is 300. So 25 books are sold separately in the month of August. And what is the price? Price in August is 33. So 25 into 33 is 25, 375, 825. Now September, up till September it is 340. Up till September 340 and up till August 300. So in the month of September it will be definitely 40. And what is the price? Price is 32. This is the price. Price is 32. So 40 into 32 is what? 1280. 40 into 32 is 1280. And for the month of October, up till October there are 360 books sold. Up till October 360 books sold. And up till September 340 books sold. Up till September 340 books sold, and up till October 360 books sold. So in the month of October there will be 20 books which are sold. In the month of October there will be 20 books which are sold, and the price is in October is 20. So 20 into 20, this will be 400. Now if I sum this up, this will be 30 plus 40, which is 70, 29, 90, 130, 190, 220, 275, 300, 340, and 340 plus 20 is 360. Note this. So 340 plus 20 is, this is 360. This total is 360. And if I do for the first one, for the revenue, 690,1480 is 2170, plus 460 is 2630, plus 1120 is 690,1480. This is 2170, 2630, 3750, plus 1200, 4950, plus 930 is 5880, plus 1375 is, plus this will be what? 5880 plus this is 2200. So this is 8080, plus 1280 is 9280, 9360, plus 400 is 9760. So this total sum is 9760. You can use the calculator if you want. It will be 9760. So you can clearly see we have calculated the value of the entire table. So what I'll do, I'll keep it here. We have used the entire instructions, and now we'll solve the questions. We'll use the values. We have the total number of units sold, total revenue as well. This is the total revenue, and this is the total number of books sold. We have number of books sold in each individual month and the selling price of each book. Now, which is the first question? What is the maximum revenue earned by the shop in any month? What is the maximum revenue earned by the shop in any month? So this is 400, 1280, 825, 1375, 930, 1200, 1120, 464. So this is the maximum revenue. Maximum revenue earned by any and in any month by the shop is 1480. So this is option A is the correct answer, which is maximum revenue earned by the shop in any month. Now question 2 says, what is the average selling price of the book rounded to the nearest integer? So what is the total revenue? Total revenue is 9760. So total revenue is 9760 and total number of books sold is 360. So 9760 is the total revenue and the number of books sold is 360. If I divide 9760 by 360, I'll get the average selling price of each book. In the entire duration, what is the average selling price in each book? For each book is basically the total revenue divided by the total number of units sold. So this will be cancelled and this will go by 4, so this will be 9 and this will be 244. So 244 divided by 9, this will be roughly around 9 divided by 243 divided by 9 is 27, so this will be 27.1111. So 27.1111 and therefore option, it is asking for the nearest integer. So nearest integer to 27.1111 is 27 and therefore option D is the correct answer. Now in how many months, for question number 3, in how many months did the shop sell more books than the average number of books sold per month in the given period? Now what is the total number of books sold in the given period? So total number of books sold is 360. Total number of books sold is 360. 360 is the total number of books sold. And how many months are there? From Jan till October is our entire data set. So it is considering the duration of 10-month period. So I'll do 360 divided by 10 to get what is the total, what is the number of books, what is the average number of books sold in a particular month. So this will come out as 36. So my average number of books sold per month is 36 because total number of books sold is 360 and number of months is 10. So 360 divided by 10, 36 is the number of books sold per month. Now it is asking for in how many months did the shop sell more books than the average number of books. So in how many months did the shop sell more than 36 books? So in the month of February, you can see it sold 40 books, which is more than 36. Even for April, 40, which is more than 36. Then 60 for May, again more than 36. Then July, which is 55, again more than 36. And then September, which is 40, again more than 36. So for the month of Feb, April, May, July and September, the number of books sold is more than the average number of books sold and therefore option D, which is 5, is the correct answer. So do you have any doubts in this one? In these 3 questions? Yeah, this was a long question, very long one. Basically, the questions seen in the sample mocks are something like this. It is taking time, but if you are able to solve it properly, if you are able to give time to that question, you are definitely able to get all the questions correct because the questions are very straightforward. Do you have any doubt in this one, or should we end the session now? So guys, let's end the session for today. That was pretty much it. I have done the entire data interpretation revision for this one. These are the major charts which can be asked in the exam. Again, since the exam is very close, it's on this weekend only. So I'll definitely suggest you to first of all give the 2 sample mocks which will be available by you by tomorrow. It is based on the sample mock test which is provided by the IIM B UG, IIM Bangalore. So it is provided by IIM Bangalore. So do give those mocks, as well as join our WhatsApp channel if you have not joined, as well as I can see there were few people who have joined it today. So first of all, do join our WhatsApp channel, subscribe to our channel, because we are providing all the updates which are there, which we are receiving from IIM Bangalore regarding the UG examination. We can expect some more notifications in this week regarding how will be the exam pattern, or is there any changes in the exam pattern. Most probably it won't be, but if there is any important update regarding IIM Bangalore for the UG examination, we will definitely update you about this. So do join our WhatsApp channel and do subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. I think overall, yeah, this will be definitely be enough for more, like 90%. I will definitely say this is enough for 95 percentile. If you are attending all the sessions which we are conducting from the month of, I think as I mentioned earlier, last week of October. So from the last week of October, if you're attending all the sessions, you will definitely score 95 percentile. Okay guys, we'll just end the session today. Thank you so much for attending it. Do join the revision session tomorrow for the logical reasoning session, and we have a few more sessions coming up as well. So do join the sessions, and thank you for today's session.